You are listening to New Music Monday on Wycombe Sound with me, Bex, and now I am joined by a woman of many talents, Talia. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. No, thank you for being here. Firstly, I need to say congratulations on the release of Forget About Your Ex. How does it feel? It's
Thanks.
out there, people are listening.
It feels good. I keep saying that this was quite a quick turnaround. So, like, normally you have ages to like live with a song, whereas this one I've only had it for a few months. So it feels so bizarre that it's actually out in the world.
Yeah, it's fresh. It's a baby. It's your second solo
Mhm.
release, is that right?
Yes.
And your first was Self Portrait, which, can I just say, I absolutely rinsed that song on this show. Such an
Thanks.
anthem.
I love that.
It's such like a feel good. I feel like if I was ever down, I'm like, I need to put that song on because that's going to make me remember who I am.
That was the whole point of it. So I'm glad it worked.
Honestly, it's wicked. I would say Forget About Your Ex is slightly more, was more playful, more fun than Self Portrait. Was
Yeah.
that always the plan?
Yeah. I think Self Portrait, as much as like it's a pop song and, like, that's sort of the genre it sits in, it still felt like not serious, but the topic at hand was quite like, self-love and stuff. And as
Hmm.
much as I'm all for that, I really wanted my next one to be something more playful and fun and a little bit more sort of like almost like silly is what I always say. The lyrics are a bit like, it's a bit like, what did she just say? Which was the whole point. I didn't want two things back to back that were
Yeah.
like super intense, because that's just not who I am as a person.
Yeah. You are also, for our listeners that don't know, you are also the voice behind Stay the Night with Sigala
Mhm.
and Sweet
Um,
Lies with Nathan Dahl. How
yes.
would you say releasing solo music compares to collaborating with other artists?
I think it's a little bit scarier because obviously, like, you don't have someone to be like, "Oh, how are you feeling today? Like, how do you feel like the song's gone? Like, are you happy?" Like, you have no one else to gauge.
Yeah.
Like, it's just how you feel, and like sometimes I need someone else to tell me how I should be feeling because I'm like, I don't want to feel my feelings.
Yeah.
Um, so it's a little bit more daunting, but like on the other end of it, it's definitely quite freeing because then obviously I can technically release whatever I want. Like, rather than obviously you have to like make a decision with someone else. It's like, what are we going to put out, how's the campaign going to look, and it's a lot more sort of on your shoulders when it's just you,
Hmm.
which is both good and scary.
Yeah, you don't have anyone else to blame if it goes wrong.
Yeah. That's on me.
And you write your own songs, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I saw the video on your TikTok. Sorry, frog in my throat. I
Oh,
saw the video on your TikTok of you playing Forget About Your Ex to your dad for the first time.
oh God,
And
yeah.
I have never thought about how awkward it must be for artists or
Yeah.
singers if you've written a little saucy song and then
Oh,
you've
it's
got to play it to your
horrible.
parents. Is that something that
Yeah.
you think about when you're writing your songs? Do you ever think, oh my God, I cannot say that because my dad's going to hear
Constantly.
it?
Like, in the room, every time we said something like a lyric, I'd be like, yeah, sick, or like, oh, why don't we do this? And then I'm like, oh my God, my dad is actually going to disown me. Like, he's going to cry. He's
Yeah.
going to hate this. My mum, on the other hand, loves it. She's like, yeah, oh my God, feeling yourself. Let's go for it. She's all for that. My dad, on the other hand, is a bit like, all right, I'm just going to pretend you didn't say that lyric.
Yeah, oh my God, I could never. I think if I was a singer, I'd have to release nursery rhymes or something because I couldn't play.
Yeah.
I couldn't play it to my dad.
Yeah.
So Forget About Your Ex music video came out yesterday.
Yes. Yes.
Yesterday, I
Yesterday.
think.
I don't know what day it is.
It's all happening. It's all going on this week, eh?
Yeah. I'm glad it's out though. Very exciting. Very
Yeah, it's
excited.
wicked. It's really fun. It's like
Thank
a.
you.
It's more like a movie than a music video. It's cute.
Love that. That was
Yeah.
the whole. I really wanted to do like a story-driven video this time because self-portrait was a bit more like self-indulgent and like just pretending like I look so cute.
Yeah.
Whereas like when I wanted to actually have some like a story to go with the song.
Yeah, well, you smashed it. And obviously, with your success in content creation, did you have a lot of say in the music video?
Yeah, so with this video, actually, we had a director come in, and well, we had a few directors come in, and the way it works is they like pitch you ideas. And I really liked all of them, but I kept saying, I was like, I just have this idea. So I sent like a 3-minute voice note, like scene by scene, detailing like I want to be crazy and I want to be everyone in the video, and like I'm a mechanic, and then I'm a waitress, and I'm this and this. And the director that we ended up going with, she was like, I love this, I'm so down. And she really like, she took the idea and then she ran with it and sort of just turned it into what it ended up as.
And brought it to life.
Yeah, she really did. She's so
Well,
talented.
I did mention at the beginning of the video that you are a woman of many talents. So, makeup artist, YouTuber, gamer, singer, songwriter. Talia, is there anything that you can't do?
I'm not a great swimmer.
Not a great swimmer. Okay.
Not a great swimmer. Yeah, it's not my thing.
So if ITV rang you up and were like, Talia, we've got a new show, same kind of thing as Strictly Come Dancing, but you got to swim, you'd be like, no, count me out.
Do you know what? I do love like my obsession is like if I try something, I have to try it until I can do it. Like I will forget everything in my life to focus on that thing. So if I want to be a swimmer, maybe that's the way to do it.
Do it.
ITV got to hit me up and do a swimming show, although that does sound like my worst, like my idea of hell.
What about, didn't they do a show like Splash where you had to dive?
Yeah, no.
Never. Couldn't pay you to do that.
I've got it.
Do you know what? Going back to what you just said though, I feel like that's my toxic trait is I don't like being bad at stuff, so I will literally forget the world exists until I can do that one thing that I'm bad at.
That's me, yeah. So I'm so down to learn new things.
I love that. That's what life's about though, experiencing new things, learning new things.
So true.
So obviously you have done so many other things in your journey so far, but music's always been there, hasn't it? Was that always the goal for you? Did you always want to be a singer?
Yeah, I mean, I studied music at school, and I actually released my first song when I was 13.
What?
And,
that's so young.
It's too young. It's too young. And like, I have a lot of like old friends who still have it on their like iPods, where like, you know how you used to buy it and then the song would stay, not streaming. They'd buy it, and so they still have it, even though I took it off of everything. There are some people in the world that still have the song. It's called
They
Missing
still
You.
listen to 13-year-old you. Would you ever listen to it?
No, I haven't heard it in years.
Would that make you die? Make you cringe?
Yeah, I think so. I should do a reaction to it at some point because I actually just like, I don't really remember it.
You should. That would be such a good video. You need to do that.
Oh, God.
I bet it's not even that bad, though. I feel like we always make things feel worse in our heads.
I was 13 and I know I was ill when I recorded it. That's all I remember.
Oh, gosh. Maybe we don't revisit.
maybe we leave that where it is, in the grave.
Oh, bless you. So you are quite early on in your journey. But I've got to say, I feel like you did dive straight into the deep end because very early on, you did Summertime Ball, Jingle Bell Ball, all of the balls.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was so exciting and I was so grateful I got to do it. But like you said, I was at Summertime Ball and I looked around and I was like, I've skipped some really major steps. Like,
what am I doing here?
I feel like I did this is like, huh?
Yeah.
Because obviously it was all after COVID. The last show I'd done for myself was in front of like 200 people in 2017.
Right.
And then it was Wembley Stadium. And I was like, there's definitely some like major stepping stones I've just like jumped over and I'm going to have to go back and fill in the gaps because I don't know what I'm doing.
You must have been so nervous.
Do you know what? I was fine all day.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I'm nervous. Like, I don't understand what's going on. And then as soon as like Ella Eyre started singing just before me, I was like, oh my God, my whole body went cold, my mouth went dry. I was like, I need water. They were like, it's too late for that. Like, you're on in like 40 seconds.
No water. Oh my gosh, you've just got to go on with a dry mouth. How did you sing?
Yeah. I basically was just like croaking my way through, like, oh my God. And I settled into it a little bit, but at the beginning I was panicking.
Do you watch it back?
You can hear my dog panting as well. Like, he's so loud. He's just come in. Oh my God, he's right next to me.
That's so cute. We love dogs. Dogs are welcome. Do you ever watch your Summertime Ball performance back?
No. I watched it back when it happened. Yeah. Well, actually, I think it took about 2 weeks to watch it because I couldn't bring myself to. And not again. I think it's a one time. What
would you say is the hardest thing about performing live?
Do you know what, for me it's in-ears. It's the in-ear monitors. I'm so not used to them, and it's a whole different thing singing to yourself and singing out loud or into a mic with like wedges than it is having your own voice in your ears. It's bizarre.
Is that what it is? It's just your voice?
It's just your voice in the track, and like you can't really hear the audience, you can't really hear anything else.
That's fun.
And it's just like it's in your head and it's like it's so loud. It's really weird. Like, it's a whole thing to get used to, and I'm still definitely not used to it.
I hate listening to myself back, so I feel like I would hate that.
Oh yeah, you would not be enjoying that then.
Oh my goodness. So you've done some quite big performances so far. But what would you say would be your dream venue or festival? What's top of the bucket list? Where would you love to perform?
Oh, do you know what? It was the O2
Right.
because that's where I used to watch so many concerts. But obviously, I did Jingle Bell Ball, and I am going to count that. I think somewhere abroad, like Madison Square Garden, would be like
That
the
would be
dream.
wicked. I mean, you've started high, so you've got to aim even higher.
I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things that you say to yourself as you go to sleep, and it's like, yeah, but it's all right if that doesn't happen. I'll be okay.
Talia, no doubts. Come on, put self-portrait on and remember who you are. No, I'm thinking
I'm gonna go listen to it right now.
you need to, because you need to be manifesting like Super Bowl halftime show next year.
Oh my gosh, see, I can't, like, I mean, I'm down. Do you know what? Let's go.
Do it. Full out choreography. Can you dance?
Yeah. I love dancing. I don't know if it's something I should love, but, you know.
I mean, it doesn't really matter at the Super Bowl halftime show. You just have backing dancers, don't you?
True, they can do all that, and I'm just going to walk
you just look sassy. You just live your life.
Yeah, perfect.
Well, Talia, it's been amazing having you on today. You're such a dream to talk to. Is there anything you would like to share with our listeners before you go? Anything coming up? Any news?
Maybe look out for a show.
Ooh.
Sometime soon. Yeah, I can't say too much.
Exciting.
Yeah, this side of the year we'll be doing a show.
Amazing. And if you're listening and you haven't already listened to or watched Forget About Your Ex, then don't walk. You need to hop, skip and jump your way to all the streaming platforms. Where can we find it? Is it everywhere?
Yeah, it's everywhere. Your favourite streaming platform should have it.
There we go. Talia, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me.